welcome to my video. So today I'm going to give you a few reasons why I think that the Entertainment District arc was much better than the recently released Swordsmith Village arc. But here's the thing, I'm not trying to downplay one of the arcs because in reality I loved both arcs, just that I preferred one over the other. And that's just my thoughts. Then again, you don't have to agree with them. I'm just saying my opinion here. Demon Slayer is a very popular anime right now and it has garnered so much attention over the years, mainly because of its animation. The animation is incredible, affordable. I don't know how much hard work they put into this, but it's clearly a lot. It shows that they are dedicated as animators. And now we are going to look at the reasons as to why Season 2 was still better than Season 3. Now look, I understand that the source material, the manga itself, the Entertainment District arc was also done better than the Swordsmith Village arc. So the source material there already was not that strong as compared to the Entertainment District arc in the first place. Therefore, that's another big reason. But I'm going to delve into the story elements here a bit as to why one is stronger, and not just story elements, the animation wise as well. I honestly felt that animation wise, in terms of quality, I would give it to the Swordsmith Village arc, because the Swordsmith Village arc, especially in the last episode, you can see so many small details. That's also true for the Entertainment District arc, but it's even more evidently so in the Swordsmith Village arc. It's so great that the animators put in a lot of hard work into the small details. It shows how dedicated they were. However, from the action standpoint, from the action point of view, I would still give it to the Entertainment District arc, especially with Season 2 episode 15 all the way to 17, where Gyutaro was fighting Tengen and the animation just popped off out of nowhere while they were fighting. People literally forgot how to breathe while watching the movie, speaking of breathing techniques in this show. Then there was also the villain of the story. I felt that Gyutaro was a much more compelling villain than the upper moons we got in the Swordsmith Village arc. Gyutaro and Daki I thought were more compelling, mainly because they were more evil. They had a much sadder backstory. And it's not just that. I feel that the author purposely designed them in such a way that is fitting for our main protagonist Tanjiro and his sister Nezuko. I mean, think about it. Gyutaro has a younger sister, Daki. His hair is green and black somewhat. His skin is grey mostly. And his sister has this pink costume and it's on his shoulder. And then you have Tanjiro, who wears his green and black checkered shirt, and then his sister, who wears pink shirt as well, is on his back. Literally, like, that's a literal comparison between the both of them, which is a really cool detail. And also, I felt like the side characters in the Entertainment District arc were much stronger as well, much better written. Characters like Zenitsu and Inosuke were developed from the beginning, from Season 1 itself, and they were developed very slowly all the way to the Entertainment District, so they had much more time and much more presence in the show. Whereas for the newest arc, Swordsmith Village arc, we have Genya, who was suddenly introduced, and then we are giving him a character's arc. But compared to Zenitsu as well as Inosuke, who had much more time to develop their story, because their story started in Season 1, and we have Genya, whose story literally started in Season 3, so he only had so far time to develop his character in Season 3 alone. Okay, speaking of the villains, are there a contrast between our two sibling characters in the Entertainment District? Gyutaro and Daki's character had a much more sadder flashback. They had a proper flashback, and their characters, their motivations and the way their actions are, as well as what they do and are really there, and their animation and character design as well as the cinematography around them really makes them look cool and stand out. I felt like Gyutaro was a much more scarier villain than our two upper moons in this season. Like, Gyutaro was really strong, he was menacing, he had that voice, he had the looks, and he was also somewhat acting crazy at some point as well. In this season, you have one guy who just likes to mess everybody up, like kill people, which, okay. And then you have another guy who's literally crying all the time, and that just doesn't make a compelling villain at all. Like, he's not scary in any way, so I don't know why he's like that and things like that. So yeah, I felt like the villains wise they were weaker here. And then again, I think I've spoken about this animation in the action. Entertainment District Arc still takes the cake. This season had some great action scenes, but Entertainment District Arc had much better ones. If there's anything I learned about Ufotable from Demon Slayer is that their main strength is fire when it comes to animation. When it comes to animating fire, they excel. And Entertainment District Arc just has so much more fire to it, literally and metaphorically, and therefore it was stronger in the animation scenes, in the animation fighting sequences. Something that really bothered me, I don't know if it bothered anybody. At first there was this CGI fish in a 2D surrounding which at first really bothered me a bit. I don't know why, but I didn't see anybody else talking about it. But it definitely bothered me. I don't know if it's just me or other people were also bothered by it. Let me know if you're bothered by it as well at the beginning. But over time I got used to it, so don't worry. The first episode of this season, there were just so many cut sequences. We have Upper Moon Tree, right? We have Upper Moon Tree. They film him from different locations and it's just like cut, and it's just so excessive. As well as it feels like they're just flexing on their animation at this point. And it was not just that scene. That entire episode has, especially at the beginning, has so much cut sequences which were so unnecessary. It ruined the fluidity of the scenes because there was so much cuts. But in this season, we get to see more of Muzan, which I really liked, so that's that. Also, I felt like the emotions in both seasons were great, just that I felt much more stronger towards the flashback for Daki and Gyutaro. I felt really bad for them in that flashback. Whereas in this, there was a very emotional scene towards the end as well. There were other ways they could have gone about to get to that point. Because here it was really contrived and there were a couple of plot holes here and there. But then again, who cares about the story, right? Because, you know, it's Demon Slayer. The animation, the entertainment, that's the only thing they want. And again, Demon Slayer is mostly about the animation and entertainment. The Entertainment District Arc is called the Entertainment District Arc. So, of course, it's more entertaining. I get that as well. But nonetheless, I still love the Swordsmith Village arc. I think it's really very entertaining and compelling to watch. If you haven't seen them, definitely go check that out. Of course, there was a really emotional scene, but just that I really prefer the emotional scene for Daki and Gyutaro that they gave at the end of season 2. Other than that, I really have nothing much. There are some strong points with the Swordsmith Village arc, such as Muzan. We finally get to see a lot of Muzan action. We are introduced to Muichiro, who's a great addition. For Mitsuri, I'm not really sure about her character. Okay, she's a great addition, but I still felt that Muichiro was a better character. And for the Upper Moons, I didn't feel they were that scary at that much. So that's that. The CGI fish bothered me a bit at the beginning, but over time I grew to accept it, be more acceptive towards it. Also, I understand that in the source material it was something similar as well, where the Entertainment District arc was just better than the Swordsmith Village arc, and that cannot be helped. I really understand that as well. So that's why I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. And honestly, both seasons were great, just that I prefer one over the other. Let's see how the Infinity Castle arc goes. But before that, if I'm not wrong, that's the Hashira training arc. Right, I've read the manga, so I know what's coming. So let's see how Ufotable does with it. I think they did a fantastic job with both the seasons. I think they've done a fantastic job with the entire show up to now, basically. Let's see if they can keep up the good work here. If you like this video, click the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to let me know something, just let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thanks for watching. You guys are always the best. See you next time.